Hi everyone. So I got this Motorola One Fusion Plus a couple of days ago and I switched from Galaxy S20 so that I can test it thoroughly. I know there's a lot going between India and China right now, and India is trying to avoid a lot of Chinese product right now. But in smartphone, it's not that easy to do that. BBOM has made a great video regarding this, so I'll leave a link in the cards, so please go check it out. But in short, most of the phones, or at least the major parts, are made in China and then get assembled in India. But right now we can do one thing, at least avoid Android skin like Realme or Xiaomi, or delete the 59 apps that a government recently banned. Now let's come back to the phone. So the phone is quite heavy, and after coming from Galaxy S20, the phone feels big as well. But I didn't feel any sort of uneven weight distribution, so phone was quite comfortable in hand. One thing I didn't like about the phone is that it is plastic, but it's quite shiny, and it makes some squeaky sound when you press near the camera module. You can hear this. And it attracts a lot of fingerprint. But if the phone doesn't feel bad in your hand if you're using a case, the case comes with the Motorola, it's not really good, and this phone doesn't come with any screen protector as well. So this phone comes with 6.5-inch Full HD IPS LCD panel. The panel is good, but if you're used to OLED panels, you're going to miss those deep blacks. But color-wise, the display is very well calibrated. I changed the color setting to boosted. It comes with saturated, but it's just too blue for me. So boosted is the good combination between the natural and the saturated colors. The display comes with HDR10 as well, but you cannot watch HDR content in Netflix or Prime Video. You can just watch HDR content in YouTube right now. It's a full view display. You don't get any sort of notch, you get just a pop-up camera. But the pop-up camera sound is quite annoying even after you turn the artificial sound off that they provided to mask it. It can be quite annoying, especially when you're on a video call. So if you switch screens, the pop-up will go in and out, and the person on the other side will hear that pop-up sound as well. As this is my first pop-up camera phone, I notice one thing. Whenever you get a video call on WhatsApp, the pop-up camera will automatically activate. Just imagine if you're in some sort of meeting and the phone in your pocket, try to just push something. It's just distracting and it's really weird for me. The phone comes with Android 10. It's a near stock experience. You just get some Motorola features but no bloatware, and you get some Google apps which you can install easily. So the experience has been really smooth, and right now it's very difficult to tell the difference between a mid-ranger with stock Android and a flagship phone. So I've been quite impressed. As far as processor goes, 730G has been performing really well. The phone didn't heat up at all, even when I was setting up the device, because most of the time whenever you set up your new device, the phone heats up a little bit, but this device doesn't. And I played Call of Duty for almost half an hour to 1 hour. The phone didn't even get warm at all. I connected my Xbox controller and the experience was amazing. It was much better than my Galaxy S20. So for gaming, at least on Call of Duty, it has been a great experience. I'm not sure about PUBG because I don't play PUBG at all. Though it has the single speaker setup, but the speaker has been quite good. It has that deepness and the bass. So this is one of the best speaker in this mid-range phone I've ever tested. You can just listen to this. Like, let me just play one of my video. And I really like the sound of this phone. Phone also comes with the 3.5mm jack, though it does not have a high-res certification, but the output from the 3.5mm jack has been good for me, so you're not going to be disappointed about that. Haptic feedback on this phone has been good as well. I am really impressed that nowadays manufacturers are trying to bring a good haptic motor in this mid-range department. So the typing experience has been really good on this phone. I don't understand why manufacturers are trying to put a lot of cameras in phone. I mean, 2 cameras will be enough, a normal one and wide one. And if you want to add another one, telephoto will be good. But the macro and depth sensor, it's just too much. And you can also create a good depth of field via software for portrait shots. So this phone has a 64 megapixel main shooter, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel macro, and 2 megapixel depth sensor. On front, you have 16 megapixel pop-up camera. The camera in the daylight is good, but in the night time it smoothens skin a lot. So I like the picture coming out for Google camera rather than the phone camera app itself. That reminds me, I installed the Google camera on my phone. So I'm going to make a dedicated video between Google camera and the main camera. So please subscribe to my channel so that you get the notification when I upload the video. Video from the rear, it's capped to 4K 30 frames per second. It has EIS, but I have found there's some jitter when you're recording the video handheld. So I hope Motorola will fix that in the upcoming updates. Otherwise, video quality and colors are fine. It's not the best camera in this mid-range department, but it's close thirds and I'm okay with that. Front camera also record full HD at 30 frames per second. Let's have a look. This is the front camera sample from Moto. You can see also the HDR. It's trying to take care of the background more than my face, but otherwise the quality looks okay. I found some minor bugs in the phone as well. So when it comes to auto brightness, it works fine most of the time, but sometimes you need to lock or unlock your phone to reset it, and sometimes it just takes a little longer than usual. And also I found one another thing, that on Wi-Fi calling it switches back to voice over LTE and then Wi-Fi calling for some reason. I think it's just a minor software problem, but I'm facing it right now. But I didn't face any sort of call drop, but you need to enable your mobile data all the time to get that voice over Wi-Fi calling working. The phone has 5000 mAh battery and it comes with 18-watt turbocharger in the box. The battery life has been good so far. It takes approximately 2 hours to full charge. You can easily get 2 days out of it if you're a moderate user like me, but if you're a heavy user, you can still get around 1.5 days easily. So these were my thoughts on Motorola One Fusion Plus. I feel like I'm talking about a knight. Sir Motorola One Fusion Plus. Motorola should work on their naming. Anyway, the phone has been priced really well. For 17,000, you're getting a good deal. The software experience has been great. The processor 730J is very good. So this is a very competitive pricing. I'm going to test it a little more and give you my final review after some time. If you have any question regarding this phone, please write me in the comment box. My name is Rohit. I'll see you in the next one. Till then.